Another study is making headlines for highlighting a link between birth control and breast cancer. This time, the research claims all types of hormonal birth control may increase the risk. Question is, should you be worried? We're joined now by breast cancer surgeon Dr. Kristi Funk via Skype. Tell us what it means.
First of all, what it means, exhale and take your birth control pill. You're way more likely to have an unwanted pregnancy from not taking it than getting breast cancer from taking it. But there have been over 55 studies looking at the issue of hormonal contraception and breast cancer risk. This study from Denmark is unique. It followed 1.8 million women over 10 years. So a lot of women and a lot of time. What did they find? The same thing the other studies found, which is that taking birth control will bump your breast cancer risk about 20% on average. If you take it for 10 years or more, that goes up to 38%. Wow, these numbers sound so huge. But Dr. Travis, you're a mathematician. Statistics can be misleading. What does this really mean for every woman out there? This is what it means. 7,700 women on hormonal contraception, one more breast cancer a year. And part two, if you go off of your contraception, within 10 years, you're back to baseline risk like you never took it at all.
I love the way you break this down for us, Dr. Funk.
Super helpful.
Thank you, Dr.
Because I think Dr. Funk's so helpful because I think what's really scary is every week it seems like we're reading some new headline and it's talking about what we're doing. Many of us have been on birth control pills for well over 10 years and you read this 38% increase in risk. But I think what you're saying is it's so important to keep in mind what is the actual level of risk and what number are you starting with. And I also think this study is important to point out because aren't there some protective aspects of birth control pills too, aside from this increased risk vis-a-vis other cancers or even for BRCA carriers?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, for cancers, if you're on the oral contraception, you're going to have 14% less colorectal cancer, 43% less uterine or endometrial cancer. And here's the biggie. If you are a BRCA mutation carrier and you're not trying to get pregnant and you have ovaries, you better be on birth control pills. Why? You knock that fatal ovarian cancer risk down by 60%.
Kristi, we know you're the breast surgeon. You just wrote your book, but I know that you're all about what can women do to prevent breast cancer. So what are your biggest tips? What, in fact, you can do to help minimize your risk?
The three top things that you can do when it comes to nutrition: tons of fruits and vegetables, high fiber, low saturated fat eating. Number two, bust a move. I want to see people working out 2.5 hours a week for super sweaty exercise, 5 hours a week if you're just going to moderately saunter around, okay? And number three, minimize that alcohol. No more than a drink a day, 7 a week for women.
Please, next time, come join us in studio, Dr. Funk. Such a great analysis here. We really appreciate your comments, as always.